Hello, my name is Dr. Joseph Simon. I'm the owner of Manhattan Physical Therapy and the founder of the Fitness Therapy Training Systems. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and watching this presentation. Redcord has been used throughout Europe for the last 20 years. It has been introduced in Asia as well for the last 10 or 15 years. It has been brought to the US in the last 5 years, bringing the amazing results with it. Redcord recently has been used for different club teams and as well as national teams throughout Europe and Asia. Recently, the Washington Capitals have also signed on to use Redcord for their training systems. Let me give you an example of one of my patients. He's a 17-year-old male high school baseball player who is also the pitcher of his team. Came in with a shoulder pathology as well as an elbow pathology of lateral epicondylitis. The shoulder basically was rotator cuff tendonitis. He has seen previous physical therapists as well as sports medicine specialists. All came back with to cure the shoulder pathology, strengthen and stretch of the rotator cuff. After going through the Redcord treatment and the NORAC evaluation, we were able to discover that he also had an issue with his left glute medius, the leg that he would strike down as he was going through his pitching motion. This basically demonstrated the weaknesses that he had throughout his body and the muscle imbalances that were created from his pitching. Redcord and the NORAC system was able to identify these, and immediately in about 2 to 3 sessions, we were able to decrease his symptoms in his shoulder as well as his elbow. Let me give you another example that we have, and this is the most common example we have in our clinics. It's the average office worker that comes in. So the example that I have right now is a 33-year-old female who sits behind our desk for about 8 to 10 hours a day. She has been complaining about lower back pain for about the last 4 months. She's received a cortisone injection, and it has not decreased her symptoms greatly. She at first was happy with her treatment and then hit a plateau. Once she started with the NORAC method and the Redcord treatment, we were able to decrease her symptoms and increase her range of motion with only one session. Now, besides being ecstatic about being able to touch the floor and tie her shoelaces, she also has become a believer in this treatment style. As you can see behind me, the Redcord equipment and the NORAC method that we use is basically ropes and suspension cables attached to a sliding sled. The sled helps adjust where we need the person to be, but the main purpose of the equipment is to take the weight of the human body off of the injured ligament, the injured joint, the body part that we need to work on. So basically it helps give therapists extra set of hands, but the main thing for the patient is it gives them the chance to relax in a nice comfortable position. It also gives us the ability to shut off the bigger muscle groups and work on the fine motor movement of the smaller muscle groups, which in result creates increased range of motion and decreased pain. The theory that this is based from are anatomical chains by Tom Myers. Basically, anatomical chains discuss the fact that the human body is connected all throughout, from your toes all the way to your neck. Basically, the muscles are all connected through fascia that sling all the way throughout. If we have seen a cadaver, which most of us have, it shows that each muscle group from your feet all the way to your mid-back are all connected. So this gives us a great example as we're using the equipment. If we want to treat somebody that has a lower back problem, that we could start with their feet, or vice versa. It is a very, very versatile piece of equipment. One of the major benefits of the Redcord equipment is the fact that if someone is post-surgery of any body part, his knee, his shoulder, his hip, we can get that person and complete an open chain exercise or a closed chain exercise depending on what it's called for without using any body weight. Physical therapy has changed drastically, and the days of using a hot pack with electric stimulation are no longer the key points in physical therapy. Right now, Redcord has shown a drastic difference in the way we treat patients and the way we get results for our patients. This is the go-to gold standard for physical therapy. Another major benefit for the patient is the fact that most insurances these days give them limited number of visits, as well as higher copays makes it very difficult on a financial situation for a patient. The benefit of using Redcord is the fact that we can decrease the number of visits and show them a faster and more effective treatment approach. This is revolutionary to physical therapy. Besides the fact of being the only physical therapy office in the state of New York with this equipment, it is essential for most patients to see the difference and get the proper care and the proper treatment. We were going to have a live patient demonstration, but due to some HIPAA regulations, that was not allowed. But what I want you to do is go to youtube.com, type in the word Redcord. You will see some great examples throughout the world of how Redcord has been used and what great results it has achieved. What the best way for you to experience it is I would like to invite you and your staff down to our clinic where you can experience it firsthand and you can see the difference. So when it comes time to explain to your patient what amazing results that Redcord has been able to achieve for you and your staff, you'll be able to explain to them that this is the new method in physical therapy.